Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today I want to celebrate Valentine's Day with you with some PR I got from Florasis. Now, before we think, oh, PR, right? No. Only if PR stands for Pretty Resplendent. Let me show you what I got here. I'm like super excited to tell you guys this and to share the story. This is an experience, okay? This isn't makeup, this is an experience. So this is what Florasis sent over. Let me just show you. It's a beautiful fan and you can carry it, you know, like a little bag around, okay? And then it's got all these, look at that, like mother of pearl on both sides and this gorgeous kind of teal packaging, leather packaging. Okay, and then you open it. You guys can get this for yourself too because they gave me a code, so don't worry, I'm going to tell you all about it. Look at the inside. So look at the gold detailing inside, and then you turn it, and here sits some makeup that we're going to talk about. And then underneath that, when you remove the makeup, you have, and I don't know if you can see it here, try to get it in the right light. This sits rings, you can put bracelets in here. It is a jewelry box, so it's for jewelry and makeup, the perfect Valentine's Day gift. But I really want to talk about the makeup. The case is insanely good, no doubt. But I want to talk about the makeup and I want to talk about how you can get it too. And they gave me a code and all sorts of good stuff. Okay, so here, let's first look at what comes with this Valentine's gift box called the Lifelong Romance gift box, okay? First of all, the lipstick. This is the eyeshadow palette, and we'll look at that more in a minute. And here's the lipstick. Look at the case with the tassel. And then the case, this is their very, very signature kind of locking lipstick. So to release it, you press here. So first of all, you take this out of your bag and everyone's already impressed, right? And then you press this and it shoots out the lipstick. And you know Florasis lipstick, right? Those of you that are beauty lovers, I don't even know if I can get close up enough on that to see that it is all engraved. I'm going to tell you the story of this too. I told you this is a kind of a lyrical experience, okay? So that is and then you pop the lipstick back in. You can just pull this out of your case, but it sits inside the Valentine's Day gift box just perfectly. So that was the Terracotta Romance lipstick, but then we have this 9-shade eyeshadow palette. So let's just look here. We're going to discuss what this art is. This is not meaningless. Do not think it's just pretty. It's more than pretty. But let's take a look at the shades inside. So this has a magnetic case. Look at this, just it's right on top. And if we take off the magnetic case and set it aside, this is where the magic begins. Look at this. Just look at these 9 high pigment shades that are formulated to have minimal fallout. In fact, I don't think they have any fallout at all and are butter smooth. I want to tell you about the story of the engraving you see in the eyeshadow. I'm deadly serious about this. This is an artistic experience. Let me show you these shades because they're not just pretty in the palette. They're pretty on the eyes. You're getting a little bit of a preview. They're pretty on the arm. Look at these 9 shades plus the lipstick. We're going to put the Terracotta Romance lipstick at the end too. Look at these shades first on my arm in studio lighting. Take a look at them here. First on my arm in studio lighting, and then we have all 9 of those, and then the 10th shade over, that's the Terracotta Romance lipstick. And then let's go outside into the warm California sunshine. We've had some stormy weather lately, but we're having a bit of a break before the next storm rolls in. Take a look at them outside in the sunshine. Natural lighting is such a good way to see. Look at that duochrome. I mean, just how it shifts. So creamy. Formulated for minimal fallout, but I don't even think there's any fallout. If I sound like I'm in some sort of a rhapsody, well, I pretty much actually am. It's amazing. So Florasis, as you know, is a very high quality Chinese brand. And believe it or not, Flora stands for all the beautiful botanical skin-loving ingredients, and sis is a sisterhood. So that is how they come up with the name Florasis, if you didn't know that before. And what we're looking at here is the Lifelong Romance gift box, okay? It's a Valentine's Day gift box, and down below, I have included a link to everything on the Florasis site. You've probably seen them before, but have you really investigated the beauty of this brand? You can use that link to take a look. But I've also linked directly to this whole jewelry box with the lipstick and eyeshadow down below. And if you put in code RebeccaXFlora at checkout, you get $10 off when you spend $100 or more, because every bit of savings helps. So I'm really glad that they shared that with me so I could share that with you. All right, let's talk about what we see going on here, okay? It's kind of story time. So this is an ode to the goddess of the Luau River, and it is celebrating the love, the forbidden love, the unachievable, unrequited, maybe love of man and deity. So this gentleman goes to the Luau River and he falls in love with the deity, the goddess of the river. This was made, this was taken from a poem that was made into an ancient Chinese silk hand scroll. And the deity in the hand scroll, as she goes around the river, her hair and her ribbons kind of flow through the breeze, making her even more sensual and delightful and gorgeous. But she leaves in a carriage. She leaves the man who is in love with her in a carriage, and the carriage is pulled by 6 different dragons and other deities. And then he searches low and high for her and never ever finds her. It was a love story that wasn't ever to be complete. It's to have loved and lost. But I found this, so I'm pretty happy. It's just beautiful. It takes into account these lovely old scrolls and poetry, and it becomes very meaningful, and it becomes a circular, artistic, and makeup experience that is fascinating to me, and I hope you as well. But remember also, this is art and design, because we're going to use this and they perform outstandingly. I'm not gonna lie, and I won't name names. There are brands out there that do really artistic pieces that are not really, they don't perform well. The thing about Florasis is not only is the art really on point, the tradition, the beauty, but the performance of the products is too. And that's what makes this stand up so tall. So what I wanna do now is just go to, believe it or not, just a straight up demo, because you can use these shades. It's not just to look at. They perform incredibly well. But do remember that if you use code RebeccaXFlora, you will get $10 off a purchase of $100 or more. And definitely use my links to go check out all of the cool things on their website. But let me just show you how this performs. You're going to be amazed. Stay right there. So I could not be any more excited about trying this, and yet also apprehensive, because it's like art, you know, like, should this go on a wall or on my face? And can I do both? Okay, so let's give it a try. All right, I have a bunch of Sonia G brushes here, and we're gonna start, oh my goodness, where do I start? I think I'm gonna start with this shade right here. That seems innocuous enough. And I'm just so gentle. I just don't wanna ruin the design. And oh my God, just, these apply like a dream. Like a dream. So as pretty as they are in the pan is as pretty as they apply to the eye. Oh my goodness. It's just kind of the right amount of dramatic, and I barely touched it, which is kind of nice to know, because joking as I am, you also don't want to ruin it. There is a part when you see the beauty of their palettes, you do hesitate to stick a brush in them and ruin it, but because I was able to just kind of tap just gently and still get this much pigment, I mean, if anything, for me, almost too much pigment. It's not too much, but you know what I mean. It gives you hope that you're not really going to just, like, you know, so many of the palettes we buy, they have something beautiful on top and it's gone with one swatch, but this definitely will not be. And I'm going to run it under the eye too. And look just how, I mean, I would almost just keep my mascara on or do a little more, throw some lipstick on and go out the door and be ready for the day. And that's one of the 9 shades here. Well, we've got to try this one. I'm going to go in with this exact same brush, and this is such a fun duochrome right here. And just, oh my goodness, you guys, it's so pretty. It really is as pretty as the story that goes with it, as pretty as the shades in the pan. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely delightful. So as you know, all I do is review makeup. And so I ooh and ah a lot. And this is an experience. These are absolutely lovely. Okay, let's switch up our brush to another Sonia G. Let's go down here. They give you a nice amount of the shade. And I'm just going to kind of put this into the inner corner of the eye and maybe just a little bit underneath. I just kind of don't want to touch this. It's blended so beautifully. I feel like I just want to be done. It's so pretty. But I want to use another shade too. And we do have some mattes in here that I really haven't even ventured too much into. Now let's go to this one right here. That's not a matte, but I just want to kind of play with it and just put it out here. Really, if I were on my own and not on camera, you guys, I'm so happy I'd be just done, you know. But sometimes my mother says the enemy of good is better. You know, it looks good and then I don't know though, this may be better actually. Have you ever heard that expression? The enemy of good is better. You know, something looks nice and you go to make it better and you ruin it, but unfortunately I did not ruin it. Look at that eye look and look how quickly I did it. That is just, and you know, it's funny because you get a palette like this and you think, well, I'll never touch it because it's art, but look how beautiful it is. You don't know if you want to leave it or touch it, leave it or touch it, but I didn't ruin any of the design. It's so carefully done in there. Now let's try this lipstick shade because I am so curious about this. I'm just going to start by kind of tapping it on the lip. I love their lip formulas, so I'm not worried about that. I just want to see what it would look like as a stain. And I'm barely touching it. I just want to see with some of these darker shades sometimes. That's really pretty. Kind of an everyday look. Let's see what about when we really apply it? Ooh. And I love using a pencil eye brush, a dense pencil eye brush as a lipstick brush. So let's see what happens when we kind of blend with that. Oh, that is so comfortable and so flattering. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Florasis, for sending this out to me and allowing me to share it with you guys out there watching. Down below, I have listed links to the general store for everything cool that Florasis has, but I've also listed a link just to this special Valentine's Day gift. And remember, you can use my code RebeccaXFlora for $10 off on orders $100 or more. Hey, every bit of savings is a help, and I'm so glad to share that with you. This is a beautiful brand, a very carefully done, very thoughtful, very mythic almost, and lyrical makeup. And I do suggest, if you're a makeup lover, as I am, and I think most of you are, I do suggest that you give it a try. Florasis, if you've been seeing it and wowed at how beautiful it is, you know you can trust me, and I assure you that this is a gorgeous one. So I thank Florasis for sending this out. They are so fun to do a little collab with. Fun is really the wrong word. It's kind of a whole experience that I hope you guys experience too. So let me know your thoughts down below. That's what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you had a good time right along with me. I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that we can continue to grow into this brand new year and the Lunar New Year and Valentine's Day and beyond. Come say a big hello over on Instagram and TikTok too. And don't forget that you can support this channel by becoming a member or giving super thanks. No matter how you choose to participate, I'm thrilled to have you here, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.